Well, standing beside me is Alan Hardy, assistant trainer to Mark Casse, and we're going to talk about Can Group, who put forth that 27-1 shocker in the Casse and Key Bourbon Stakes, a win and you're in for the Breeders' Cup Juvenile Turf. But you weren't so surprised by that win, were you?
No, we were pretty confident going into the Casse and Key, and I thought, honestly, the race at Kentucky Downs was a pretty impressive win. You know, it seemed speed favoring at the time, and to close on that track and that last furlong, you're basically going uphill with the gradients of the surface.
Yeah.
So he's a professional. From his first race at Ellis, we had a lightning storm, and we were delayed, and we waited in the paddock for maybe an hour, and he just kept his head down, and he's just very content with himself, and he's got a great mind on him. So going to the Casse and Key, he was training beautifully up to the race, and I don't know, he was underappreciated. You know, he's got an explosive turn of foot.
Well, that's for sure.
I don't think he would be as underappreciated going into the Breeders' Cup.
No, that was a big move he made in stretch, because he was kind of on the inside after they came off the turn, right? And you had to count the angle out.
Basically, I think he was in 12th at the time before he made his big move. And Francisco did an amazing job being patient with him in the Casse and Key and the race prior. So, no, it just
got up and nailed noted.
Yeah. Explosive turn of foot.
Well, you know, I'm friends with Jonathan Green of DJ Stable, who owns this horse in partnership with Cash's King. So it's fun from that perspective, knowing the owner. And I actually crashed the winner's circle. I don't know if you remember that.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, he wasn't there to represent. Somebody had to do it from that team. Thank you. But yeah, like that race that you brought up about Kentucky Downs, that was his first start on turf ever.
Yes. Yeah. We had, fortunately, we're trying, but yeah, we ended up having a really sloppy track the one day, and then we bring him on dirt. Obviously, he was breezing well on the dirt, so we figured we'd give him a try on that first time. But yeah, no, he's undefeated on the grass, and hopefully, knock on wood, we can stay that way after November. So
now, I wouldn't live up to the Pedigeek moniker that I have if I didn't bring up some pedigree knowledge. And I love that this horse is by a versatile sort in Good Samaritan. Good Samaritan, he himself has this incredible pedigree. He hails from the female family that produced Wiseman's Ferry, who's the sire of Wise Dan. He also is from the family that produced Bernstein, who's the sire of Tepin, who Mark Casse knows quite well, I would say. So it's a great pedigree on the sire side. Good Samaritan also won the Summer Stakes. He was third in the Breeders' Cup Juvenile Turf. And he went on to win the Jim Dandy, so very versatile there. And then and then the bottom side, the dam, is by Street Sense, who we know, of course, won the Breeders' Cup Juvenile back in 2006 and was Eclipse champion 2-year-old, and the first horse to ever go on to win the Derby. There's only been two. The other one's Nyquist. But what are your expectations now with this colt going forward into the Breeders' Cup? Stiff competition, of course, with a lot of Europeans coming over, but obviously he's coming in fine form.
Oh, yeah. You know, Aiden, he's bringing a few over for the race. Noted will be in there. There's definitely, you know, Chris Clement's got a nice colt for the race. It's going to be a competitive race for sure. But, you know, after the Casse and Key, just with his behavior after that race, he's kind of showed like a little boast of confidence on the track, and he's like just happy with himself, as he should be, you know. I feel like he knows he's the winner out of that race. I mean, just in his behavior and looking at him after the Casse and Key, you're just gonna be more than happy with how he came out of the race, how he's trading. He's trading beautifully right now, and he's mentally very happy. So I'm just looking forward to have a good run over there at Breeders' Cup, and you know, knock on wood, like horse racing, you know, you can have the best horse in the race, depending on if it's us or Aiden or any, etc. But when the gates open up, you never know what's going to happen. But I'm just hoping he can have a clean, safe trip and finish strong like he has been. But I'm very happy with how he is going into the race.
Can the man going into the Breeders' Cup, a Juvenile Turf on Future Stars Friday.